Hey, what's up, everybody, and welcome back to the BFG. Without any further ado, let's just get right into this gameplay. So last video, we talked about how to start a business. And as this is loading, I kind of want to talk to you a little bit about how these videos will work. Some weeks we'll talk about business, or some videos we'll talk about business. Some videos we'll talk about life and family and how to live a holistic kind of like healthy life, because that's something I'm just extremely passionate about, and I think everybody can do if you're given the right tools. So today we're going to be talking about how to know what you're good at or discover what you're good at. And before we talk about that, we're going to let these cutscenes play. Full disclosure, the reason why I'm in this game right now is because I accidentally recorded about 20 minutes. I wasn't recording. So yeah, we are in mission. And so I apologize about that. Again, I'm still learning how this streaming works and how recording works. So bear with me. I promise I will get better at this, and I apologize that maybe we missed a little bit of the cutscene. So a little bit about the cutscene. We got off the ship, and there was the other crew that we were with. They lost one of their primary members, and that kind of the loss of that member put some rift between Gadriel and the main character. So there's kind of like this beef growing between these two guys a little bit, and then also we're on this planet to I think it's called an Archmagus or something like that. Again, all the Warhammer fans will be like, it's pronounced like this, you idiot. But I, for the life of me, don't know what I'm talking about with this game. But anyways, we're on mission to rescue and extract that Archmagus from the planet, make sure that they can get off, and be successful. I'm not sure what they're researching here, but we'll find out soon. I did also do a little bit of research into this game, and my buddy who's really into the game, I asked him a lot of questions about the game and just got some like of his perspective on it, and just like he knows a lot more, and so it was cool to get kind of learn more about the lore and the universe from his knowledge, I guess. So I do know a little bit more, but I'm still very much green in terms of like this this whole thing. The other thing too that we did, the other thing that we did some operations. So at the end of the last mission, you unlock some other operations, and the operations mode is really, really freaking cool. I actually like that more than the story. And I think it's pretty much multiplayer based, maybe with some, maybe you can do it by yourself. I'm not quite sure. But let's see here. Let's take that. But yeah, it's a really fun game mode. You can customize your armor. You can change your class in that mode. Super, super fun. Also, these snipers suck. They will decimate you. So I'm going to try and sneak up around them. But I did that with some of my friends. And if you want gameplay like that, leave a comment in the comment section below and tell me that you want gameplay like that. Oh my god, I hate those stupid spore things. Those things will take out all of your health in a matter of seconds. It's crazy how fast they take out your health. But if you want something like that, if you want some gameplay where it's just kind of casual, friends hanging out, having fun, definitely let me know so that we can record those nights when we're playing. Ouch. You see? Gosh. Okay, now we're screwed. Get out of here. Because we can definitely record that, and I'll have my buddies just realize that we're, I'll just let them know that we're recording. Oh, here's more of those spores. Crap. All right. It's a ton of fun when I get to play with my friends, and like I'm sure they wouldn't mind like being recorded as well. So just let me know. But yeah, so today, and before I get into this topic, I'm going to tell you a little bit about how the flow of these things is going to work. But today we're going to talk about how to discover what you're good at in life. Because I think that's something that a lot of us have difficulties with. I did for a long, long time. But before I do that, like, we're going to go kind of back and forth between business topics and how to grow and scale your business, life topics. Okay, so I told this, I already have one of these, but I mentioned this the last time in the last recording. These guardian relics allow self-revival from incapacitation. So if you go down, you automatically revive yourself. They're super handy, especially in this mission because it's tough. But yeah, so the kind of flow week to week and in these video series, these gameplay videos, will be primarily just flipping between business and family / life. And we'll just kind of have those as topics. And I literally have a list growing of like 100+ different topics right now that I can talk through for an hour. Like, I'm a pretty easy to discuss kind of guy. Like, I can talk about pretty much anything. But I would love to talk about what you guys are interested in or want to talk about. Because at the end of the day, that's more important to me, is talking about what you guys are passionate about, interested in, topics that you need guidance on or opinions on. Like, I want to. These things suck. I hate those things. Let's see. Sorry, these things can just decimate you really quickly. Let me just take out these guys real quick. Oh, God, yeah, see these things. These are, in my opinion, the hardest because like it's a back and forth motion to getting out of it. Here, I need to kill this guy so I can get my armor back. One of the things in the operations mode that there's no really way to like block those things. Yeah, the more enemies they add, the harder this game gets for sure, because you're just like, holy crap. Like, oh my gosh, dude. Alright. Get him off me. Man. Alright, I need to like throw this down. Man, they just won't die either. Sorry, I'm getting distracted a little bit here. Let's just kill this thing. 'Cause these things suck. Alright. Golly. Well, we can just kill this little guy over here. I think what I was saying, let me just remember what I was saying. Oh, yeah. In operations mode, you do not recover your armor. At least I wasn't. Maybe it was the difficulty we were on. You don't recover your armor just by letting it recharge. You have to like get an execution or something like that. So it's a little bit harder in operations mode. Makes it a lot more fun for sure, but definitely tough. And also, I'm going to be exploring, just stuff that's around the map a little bit more than maybe I was. I apologize if that slows down the gameplay just a hair, but hopefully these topics of discussion will kind of fill in the gaps between cutscenes. So anyways, yeah, we're going to be talking about a bunch of different stuff, and I want to learn what you want to talk about. So leave a comment in the comment section below about what you are interested in, what you would like to talk about, questions that you have about business or life or just in general. Like, just let me know, because I'm happy to talk about whatever. I'm pretty easy to talk about pretty much any topic. And so just let me know. Alright, here we go. This thing is kind of tough. Let's see, where do you go? Where do you go? But yeah, today we're going to be talking about how to discover what you're good at. A lot of people don't realize what they're good at because they don't do enough exploration. Maybe you kind of know what you're good at. Maybe you're like kind of like in this discovery phase of like, you know, I can do some things moderately well, but like, gosh darn it. You can do some things moderately well, but other things you're like, not so much. And it's like, what I've learned about like discovering what you're good at in life is trial and error, really. And it really just comes down to like just making sure that you're giving yourself enough room for self-discovery. And that might sound simple, right? You might be thinking, well, James, that's pretty simple. Oh, gosh, he went over there. Where is he? Where is he? You might be thinking, James, that sounds pretty simple. That sounds pretty easy. But I haven't been able to do that yet. I've tried a lot of things, and I haven't really found anything that I'm like really... Man, I swear the dodging mechanic in this game just doesn't work. Like I was pressing X that whole time.
I must be more vigilant.
I'm not sure why it feels like those sort of things are just off. Like even just that, like it's just like I can parry without there being a blue. There we go. I finally did it. It's like, it's just weird how the parry works in this. It's not bad. Like, so I got a couple there, but it's like, yeah, I don't know. Maybe just like the sequencing is just a little harder than it appears. I'm not sure. It's just strange. Because like that was a great parry, but that's what I do every time. So it's like kind of weird how... That's also such a cool execution. It's just kind of weird how parries sometimes work and sometimes don't. I don't quite get it. Maybe I'll get better at it as time progresses in the game, but anyway, but trial and error. And a lot of times people get frustrated with trial and error because they try for a bit and they're like, well, it should be good by now, right? I should be good. And it's like, trial and error honestly takes a long time. Like, figuring out what you're good at takes years of development. And some people, you know, some people discover it faster than others. Like my wife owns a dance studio, and she's been a dancer her whole life. She's been passionate about dance her whole life. And it's like kind of like awesome, good for you, but like I wasn't that way. It took me a long time to figure out like what I'm good at, what I want to do. I don't think I've used this gun yet. Let's try it. But like at the end of the day, it's really cool when people can find their passions quickly and easily, but that's just not most people. Most people take a long time to figure out what they're good at and what they want to do with their lives and how they want to do it, these sort of things. And there's no harm, there's no foul in that. Oh, there's a sniper up here. Forgot about this guy. This guy's kind of hard to kill if you don't have a... They also shoot these like those barbed wire things that like stop you in your tracks a little bit. They really suck. These stalker bolt rifles are really cool, but they're kind of useless against hordes and stuff. So you have to, if you're gonna create like a build. I can't see the other guy. Maybe I killed him. Oh, he's back there. But anyways, yeah, it's like people who discover what they're good at and passionate about before, like quickly, it's like that's awesome. Like really cool, good for you. Like that's amazing. Don't want to discount that. But the majority does. The majority of us, it takes a while. It takes some time. And there really is no harm and no foul in that. So these things are, you're gonna learn in this mission to not like those things. Yeah, they're fun. Fun is one word. I've already gotten that one. Again, I've played these missions to some extent with my buddies. I said this in the last recording that didn't actually record, but I played some of these missions ahead of the game, so to speak, just so I know what I'm getting into a little bit, make sure that I can talk and play at the same time.
Spare me the insults, Magos.
This guy's kind of a dick.
I have had more pleasant conversations with orcs.
Throw a little comedy in this game. Here's a little cutscene, I think. But yeah, I want to give some tips and tricks on how to discover what you're good at and what you should be doing with your life, because a lot of people struggle on like kind of where to start and how to develop this out and how to turn it from then into maybe money. Because you can, in today's day and age, you can make money doing what you are good at, what you're passionate about. My wife, like I said, she owns a dance studio. She does a lot of other dance things, and she makes money doing it. And year after year, if it grows and keeps, getting better and better, she'll make more and more money. And it's pretty wild that we live in a day and age where you can be successful by following your passions. In the past, maybe 20, 30 years ago, I wouldn't say that was true. So this is the stuff we need. This is the thing we need.
Brother Decius has fallen. Received. Location marked for apothecary. Our brother's sacrifice will be remembered.
Our brother's sacrifice will be remembered. But anyway, yeah, so you want to make sure a couple things when you are working or trying to develop your passion. Number one, these things just suck. They really, 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 really suck. But the couple things, like I said, try a bunch of different stuff, and don't be afraid to try new things. Like, I cannot stress that enough. Like, trying new things is how you will discover what you like, what you dislike, and who you want to be as a person. If you're not willing to try new things, you're probably never going to discover who you are. Or let's just say you find one thing that you really like and you're pretty good at it. It's like, that's fantastic, but let's just say you burn out on that thing because you have nothing else. And I see this happen a lot. Like, I really do. I see this happening a lot in people. They burn out on these things. Also, yeah, this is what we're about to jump into. Make sure we're ammoed up. Here we go. But the biggest thing that you need to remember is that, like, you can burn out on things that you are good at and passionate about. You can. Like, it's a very plausible reality. Does it happen quickly? No. It happens over the span of years. And I hate to say it this way as well, but the more money you make doing what you're good at or what you're passionate about, the faster you can burn out. it's a kind of tragedy of it. But sometimes it's better, and it depends on the thing. But sometimes it's better to not make money doing something, because it's just going to be healthier for you long term. Let's see if it'll. I think I have to kill more of these things, maybe. So these things like mob up like this, so you can just like burn them. I don't know what they are. They move too fast and they're kind of glitchy. Like you can see them kind of glitching all around like this, but they look kind of strange, like kind of lizard-like. But yeah, so you want to constantly be in a place of discovery, discovering like what you're good at, why you're good at it, is huge. And you might discover that you're good at a bunch of different things. Like, I don't know about you, but I've always been able to drift between different groups and, yeah, like just different passions and hobbies. I'm what you call maybe a Swiss Army knife kind of person. In fact, there's an old saying, and it's fascinating how we only remember half of the saying and not the other half. And the other half actually like is like super important. Oh my gosh! See, this is what like, yikes! You can get really overwhelmed here pretty quickly. Like when I was playing with my friends on this map, I was like, oh god, this is gonna suck solo. But here we are. But like the saying goes, jack of all trades, master of none. We remember that part. Like we all know that part of the saying. But we forget the second half of it. And the second half goes, so it goes, jack of all trades, master of none, but sometimes better than the master of one. What a powerful statement. Like, a jack of all trades is sometimes better than the person who has poured all of their effort and energy and intention into one thing. Crazy, right? Super crazy. I think I'm gonna go this way. See what's over here. No, I'm gonna go this way. Oh, hello. But we forget that life is meant to be lived from like a well-rounded point of view. We're not meant to just do one thing. We're meant to do a multitude of things. We're meant to try things. We're meant to fail at things. We're meant to succeed at things. We're meant to develop a bunch of different skills and hobbies, and life is so like just there for the taking that we should try everything that we can while we're here, right? We only get one life to live. Might as well try and live it as well-rounded and have as much fun as we possibly can have. Because like at the end of the day, like that's how you succeed in life. So, jack of all trades, master of none, but sometimes better than the master of one. That's super important to remember when it comes to dealing with discovering your passions and what you're good at. So discover a lot of different things. Do a bunch of different things. If you and try things that you yourself would not say yes to if it was just you in the room. So what do I mean by that? Because that's a big statement. If you were the only person in the room and you were trying to decide what to do with your time, what to do with your energy that day while you're the only person, you're not being influenced by any other people, what would you do? Right? That's pretty much a good inclination of what you might be good at right then and there. So some of you might say, well, if no one was here, if I lived alone and I had no wife, no kids, maybe you had, or maybe you're single already and you have roommates, and you're like, well, if my roommates were gone, I would probably do this. Maybe you're like, I would go play video games, or I would go hang out at the park, or I'd go take photos, or I'd go shoot some videos, or I'd go paint, I'd go, who knows, right? Whatever you would naturally do without any outside influence, lean into that first. Okay? Lean into that first, because that's a really great place to start. Gosh, stupid spores. That's a really great place to start in your journey of trying to figure out what you're good at. Oh man, that guy got right in the way of that. Sorry. But anyways, yeah, so start there. Then a really good way to find things that maybe you don't realize you have an affinity for, or you're... Oh, I thought I used that. I guess I didn't use my last Guardian Relic. That's fine. I'm glad I still have one. But a great way to find new things that you have an affinity for is to meet new people and do the things that they are passionate about. Like, a lot of people don't realize that the best way... Sorry, I just hit the mic there. The best way to find a new skill, a new passion, is to lean into somebody else's skills and passions. For example, I had no idea what pickleball was. I had seen that people were playing pickleball and were having a ton of fun with it, and I had no idea how to get involved in it, and I was kind of, intimidated maybe by it, because I was like, well, this is like people who are into pickleball, like they are into pickleball. Like, they'll play multiple times a day because it's not that exhausting to play, but it's really like just a fun game, and they'll play like a lot. And finally I was like, you know what, this sounds like something interesting. It was interesting enough to me, and something that I was like, you know what, I'm an athletic person. I like being athletic. I like playing sports and all that stuff. I don't know why I use that. I keep forgetting that change weapon is not triangle in this game, and so I actually accidentally use my special instead of changing it with down on the D-pad quite a bit. Okay, there's a stim pack back there. I'm gonna have to remember that in case I die or get low health here. Gosh, these things are everywhere. Can you imagine like having an infestation of these in your house? But anyway, so I was like, you know what? I kind of want to discover maybe what like this whole pickleball thing is like. Yep, see, this is why you need to know where the stim packs are, because these things hurt. I'm gonna go grab that one. That'd be a bad idea, but I'm gonna do it anyways. But anyways, yeah. So I reached out to a buddy of mine who is, really into pickleball, and I was like, I just went into it. I was like, okay, I'm gonna go buy, instead of like, and this is how I work. I don't highly recommend this to everybody. Oh gosh, thank God I got that. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna die. God, those stupid snipers with those like bristles and stuff. Anyway, so I was like, hey dude, I want to go to the sports gear store with you, and I want you to help me buy a pickleball racket. Did I have to buy a racket to get into the sport? No, I didn't. But I wanted to. I was like, you know what? I'm probably more likely to get into this sport if I have a racket of my own. because I was like, you know what, it's not that expensive for a cheaper racket style. Gosh, there's two of these. These things just suck. Oh, and then there's that big floating head thing. And I'm running out of ammo. This is bad. This is bad. All right. All right, let's try and... God, these things suck. Those things go down pretty darn easily, though, with these bolt blasters. You just gotta kill them fast. I did not know they could go down like that. That's the first time I've seen that. Interesting. But yeah, so I reached out to him, and he took me to Shields, which is a local sporting goods store, and he helped me pick out a racket, and so I did. And we went and played that first day, and man, that first day of playing, I was like, okay, this is fun. I was just in. I was immediately hooked. I was like, all right, I can see why people love this game, and he was also like, he's a really good player. And so he was able to teach me things, but he was also like, James, you're actually pretty stinking good at this. I was like, really? And he's like, yeah, you're like pretty naturally good at this. Like, you should keep playing for sure. So I kept going out, and I kept noticing that I'm, playing better than some of the people on the courts. And this is not to toot my own horn. This is just like kind of me realizing that, like, I'm good at something, like we're talking about. So please don't hear me trying to like be prideful or anything like that. I'm just like saying this something I discovered recently. So yeah, I learned very quickly, like, okay, I'm actually pretty good at this. Like, I'm actually pretty decent. Like, maybe I should play some more. And then that turned into, just continued development of this skill. But again, it took some exploration. But it was that exploration started with intrigue. And I think that's a great place to start with, like, something that you may not be good at, but you're like curious, right? Curiosity is what drives us to try new things and do things out of the norm. Curiosity brings us opportunity. The old adage is that curiosity killed the cat, but that's only if the curious thing also, check it out, some jump packs. This is gonna be the also, what the heck, that guy's like he's having a bad time. But anyways, that's a little teaser into the next mission. Wink wink hint hint. But anyway, so start with intrigue, start with curiosity. If you've been curious about something for some time, odds are somebody that's been into that thing. If you know anybody, odds are good that this is the hard part, so I'm just going to finish my thought here before we get started. But odds are good that you know somebody that is into that thing, and you can lean into their passions first. So reach out to them and just ask. A simple ask of somebody is the best way to get involved in that thing. I got involved in filmmaking and videography and things like that because I asked people who were skilled in that area and were doing that thing, and I asked if I could just come along with them on shoots and productions, and they did. And then I asked if I could be an editor for them, and then they let that happen. And that's how I got into videography. That's how I got into filmmaking, and that's how I got into my now company, StoryPath. So you can do pretty much anything, and there's so many connections that we have at our disposal that we don't even realize what they're into. So ask good questions of people when you're around them. You'll discover very quickly what people are into and how you can learn from them. All right, I've been putting this off for too long. Let's do this. All right, here we go. This part's hard, but we're going to do it. All right, let's just get this started. And now we gotta hold our position, and like literally this was like so tough. I may get quiet in this section a little bit just to like focus. We will see. But yeah, start by leaning into somebody else. Now, if you are not a person that is like, maybe like, if maybe you're an introvert, let's just say it how it is. I am an introvert. So sometimes introverts have a harder time asking for, opportunities. Like they have a harder time. They're like, I don't want to put people out, right? That's usually what I hear a lot from introverts, myself included. I feel that way. And it's like, you got to understand, like, people want to share what they are good at or what they are passionate about with others. That's just a truth of the world. That's why I'm playing video games and talking to you right now. Like, I legitimately, like, love this. Like, I've only done, this is the third video that I've done, I should say. And I freaking love it. I love being able to put all of my passions together and play video games and freaking talk about business and life. And like, this is something I'm passionate about. I didn't know I was going to love this as much as I do. And all I had to do was just journey on just try something, right? I just had to try something. So trying new things is how you discover what you're good at. Now, let's just put it this way. There are some people who think they are good at everything. That's just a fact. Like, they just think they're good at everything. They think that they cannot be beat by anybody. They just believe that they're good at everything. Good on them for having, confidence, but that's definitely not true, right? We can't be good at everything. We can't be the best at everything. So how do you judge what you are and what you are not good at? This is, in my opinion, one of the hardest things for people who are, they're just good, gentle, down-to-earth people that like have, that have like, let's do this real quick. Sorry, I gotta get that off because I'm gonna have to kill these things. Holy crap. Alright, there we go. This is a little easier than it was last night, I'm not gonna lie. But still sucks because they're gonna, yep, there it is. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we get swarmed really fast. And you're, like, when you're playing with friends, you have, oh my god, this is bad. Sorry, I'm getting swarmed. I'm gonna probably die here. Okay, heal up. All right, here we go. If I can just kind of clean house here a little bit, I think I can get away with this. All right, let's try and take these stupid things out. I hate these things, man. All right, you are gonna die. I love executing these things because they are stupid. All right, yeah, you execute that one, man. All right, we're good to go. That was close. All right, that's the thick of it. We're through the thick of it, I think. So, what was I saying? My ADHD brain goes a little nutty while doing these gameplay walkthroughs and discussions. But like I said, I freaking love it. So that's not me complaining. That's me just telling you how my brain works. So a little bit about how to discover if you're actually good at something. Let me just preface by saying this. At the end of the day, if you enjoy it, who the fudge cares about whether or not you're better than other people? If you enjoy it, just do it, right? We're so consumed as humans at being better than other people, being more talented, more skilled, having more money, having more success. It's like, this part's cool. It's just like kind of like crazy to me how, I don't know. It drives me nuts when people are so consumed about being better at things than other people around them, rather than just enjoying what they're doing. Like here's an example. Right now, I'm streaming, I'm playing video games right now. Am I the best video gamer? No, I'm not. Am I the best gameplay walkthrough, or if you want to call it that? Like, no, I'm not. And that's okay. Like, I just enjoy it. Like, will I ever make money doing this? Who knows? We'll find out. I'm not doing it for the money. I'm doing it because it's freaking fun, and I hopefully get to help people like whoever's watching this video. That's why I do it. So at the end of the day, yes, analyzing if you're good at something is important, but if you have fun doing something, then just do it. Who cares? Like, who cares if you are having fun or not? Let's watch this cutscene real quick.
Archmagus, confirm receipt of data stream.
This is Lirio. Transmission received. Nozick is on the Thunderhawk. Standing by.
Get him out of here.
Yes, sir.
Major Sarkano, what's your status?
We've lost a lot of men, a lot of heavy loads, but we're still in the fight.
We're coming to you now. Nozick, they hit. Lirio, do you read me? Major, did you see what happened?
No idea! We saw no impact!
That is territory claimed by the swarms. We need to reach him, fast. There was an armoring chamber below. Jump packs. Sir, the guardsmen.
With respect, my lord, we're Cadians. We can take care of ourselves.
All right, I'm going to finish my thought here, and then we're going to end this video, and then we'll save this next part of the mission for the next video, because this next part's super fun. But a couple ways, just to close this out, a couple ways to know that you're good at something. Number one, you can, if you look around you and other people are doing the same thing and you're doing it at a higher pace, you're learning it faster, you're better than people, or keeping up with people who have done it a long time. And if you're able to keep up with those people, there's a really good chance that you are good at that thing. Another thing that you can use to determine whether or not you're good at something, if it's point-based, like, let's just be real. Like, if you're playing Call of Duty and your kill streak or your kill count is like, let's just say you have 25 kills and 14 deaths. You know, that means you're probably pretty good at it, right? If your kill count is like you have 6 kills and 25 deaths, you're probably not good at that. Again, who the F cares? Who the fudge cares? Like, seriously, if you like playing Call of Duty and you're okay with getting a 6 and 24 kill death ratio, then who cares? Enjoy playing Call of Duty. You know, enjoy the video game you're playing. But if there's a point-based system to the thing that you're doing, like if you're playing a sport, or if you're playing a video game, or if you're just like some people don't realize, but they're really good at like doing social media and being an influencer, and it shows based off of the content views. It shows based off of the likes and the comments and the shares on their content. It means they're good at it, right? A lot of times too, leaning into trusted opinions is a good idea. If you've been doing something a long time and you're wondering if you are actually good at it or not, ask a friend. Ask a trusted friend and just be like, hey, I just don't know if I'm good at this thing. What do you think? Your friend will tell you. Hopefully, if they're a good friend, if they're a true friend, they will tell you if you're good at it or not. Sometimes that may hurt if they say you're not good at it, but here's what I think you should do. Number one, develop a development strategy. Develop a skill adjustment strategy. Continue to develop your skills. If you need help doing this, head on over to the BFG community. I literally have a whole course built called Real Life RPG, where this helps you develop skills in the ways that you want based off of your class. And class meaning warrior, mage, archer, etc. Like, we have a bunch of different classes. So head on over to that community if you want kind of like a next step. Otherwise, honestly, Google ways to get better at something. We live in the day of information, the technological information access era. So make sure that you're using that to your advantage. Make sure that you're growing in these skills as you build them. Because honestly, Google or AI can really tell you how to sequentially and progressionally develop these skills. But yeah, those are some ways to measure whether or not you're good at something and whether or not you should continue moving forward with it. Again, have fun with life. Life is not meant to just be all competition. Some of you are like, who are really competitive. You're like, yes, it is. But truthfully, life is not just meant to be competition. Life is meant to be enjoyed. And so have fun with it. It doesn't mean you may be the best at something, but if you're good at something and you recognize that you're good at it based off of your peers and just based off of how other people are good at something, maybe lean into that a little bit. Maybe there's money to be found in that. Maybe there's a career to be found in that. They say that in the next 10 to 15 years, we're going to see 40%. You heard that right. 40% of the population becomes solopreneurs, entrepreneurs, or business owners. 40%. That's wild to me. So there might be an opportunity for you to start a business simply because you developed a passion or an interest, and that interest turned into a passion. That passion you built skills around, and then finally you turn it into money making. I hope you can do that. And if you have any more questions, if you want a next step, we have launched our Discord server where you can meet new friends, you can connect with new people, you can start playing video games with people who are like-minded, have similar passion, skills, and interests as you. And if you have any questions, please reach out to me. I'd love to get to know you a little bit. And if you want that next step of developing yourself in business and family and in gaming, head on over to the school platform, link in the bio, and make sure to like, comment, and share this video. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks so much. Peace.